Sup, heathens and witches. I'm John. This is Julie. This is the Horn
and Cauldron
podcast. I totally forgot how to do the intro for these. It has clearly been a while.
It has. But we're here.
But we're here.
And that's what matters.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. We're still here is what matters.
Yeah, you could say we're still standing.
I would not say that. Anyway, as seated individuals right now. So anywho. Yeah, this is the Whenever We Make It Witchy podcast that you are already listening to, and so you're used to this, or this is the first time you've ever seen us, and you're like, oh my god, they're not professionals.
And then you're like, I'm gonna go back and listen to their old episodes, and then you're like, oh my god, this is a weird place.
It is. It's a weird place. It's a weird place. Welcome to this weird place. Everybody's cool here. If you're not, fuck off. So yeah, it's been a little bit. We've this year we've been doing, these are like our 105 year. So we've been doing movies for the Sabbats, like movies that sort of like inculcate the vibe of the Sabbat or whatever. And we kind of had Mabon on lock.
Yeah.
But we didn't have like the time to do. We watched the Mabon movie 3 times. We have
3 times.
3 times we've been like, we're going to watch this and then do a podcast episode. And then we'd watch it. And then it's like, oh my god, it's really late. We're not going to do this podcast episode.
So third time really is a charm.
Third time was the charm on this one, yeah. And then also...
What's funny is I've seen the Samhain movie 3 times this season, too.
I haven't seen it at all this season.
Once because it was on TV, once because I wanted to watch it, and once literally just now, to refresh our memory.
Well, I hadn't seen it at all this year. This has been like a really weirdly busy harvest season for us. We've just been like honestly, we haven't seen very many horror movies.
We've only seen a handful of new movies too.
Yeah, we just
and
really haven't.
And not even all the ones that we really wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Like, we still haven't seen like 28 Days Later, Bring Her Back.
Yeah, years, but yeah.
Or 28 Years Later, or Bring Her Back, or a few others that were like on our radar that we wanted to watch.
We just didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, we just hadn't.
We've been so weirdly busy, and it's just been like it's been a weird vibe, bro. Weird.
It has been a weird
harvest vibe. But you know what you do is you just roll with the vibes. You know, you surf, so like do stuff, but not too much stuff, that kind of thing. And you just sort of like vibe with it, and then whatever, come out the other side. Like, it's been. Honestly, gods, I don't even know, like several months since I've done any sort of like arts and crafts like project. And the last like 3 days of me and gaming, and the last like 3 days have been me having time to like finally like game and do Warhammer miniature paintings and do the embroidery that I want to do, that I'm working on, as well as several other things. So like, it's just been one of those seasons,
Yeah.
So for this particular podcast episode, what we're going to do is we're going to combine. I think we combined 2 of the springtime.
We did combine 2 of the springtime. We combined.
I don't know.
I think probably
something in Beltane.
Imbolc and Ostara.
Oh, probably Imbolc and Ostara. Yeah, that makes more sense. But so you know what? It works out. Combine on one side, combine on the other. Balance. Yeah, so we're combining our Mabon and our Samhain into one Uber episode, whereon we talk about these 2. So
another double feature. As has been kind of the theme like the entire year, except for like probably Yule and Midsummer. Yeah.
Well, also like honestly, we've done like a lot of double feature like movie things just personally in our lives also.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so anywho, our double feature for Mabon and Samhain are The Craft and Trick or Treat.
The 2007 version of Trick or Treat, as in Trick or Treat. We learned that there was a second Trick or Treat movie.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Trick or Treat 2007 and the 90s The Craft.
Yeah.
94?
You're the one with the phone.
95?
Yeah, I don't not no. I'm not allowed to be asked questions like that. I have no clue. I mean, here, that was
I almost
a terrible
totally
idea.
spilled that on me.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so I mean, like, before Mabon
96
even started, we were like 100%.
The craft.
The craft is Mabon coded AF.
Yeah.
And then obviously we were literally talking like yesterday or today or whatever, and we're like, what movie? Like, because there's so many movies that can sort of align with Samhain.
Yeah, because Samhain is like Halloween time, and Halloween time is like spooky movies.
Yeah.
And a lot of those have like mystical or witchy undertones or overtones, depending on the movie. So like there's kind of a lot to go with there, but we wanted to pick something that felt very quintessentially Samhain.
Yeah.
And so we went with Trick or Treat.
Yeah. So let's start with the craft and Mabon and then go from there. So what's Mabon?
Mabon is the second of 3 harvest festivals, and it's very like heavily coated with like apples and like all that good harvest stuff. The leaves are starting to turn. Mabon by some is considered to be the pagan Thanksgiving, because Mabon is all about thanks for the harvest,
like feasts
and like gratefulness and like being happy with like what you have, which is funny because the movie The Craft is very much not about people being happy with what they have,
not appreciating what they have. But it is sort of like the failure in,
but it is
right.
Like
to me, one of those connections is the loss of honor for what you have.
Yeah.
Right. It's sort of like how comparison is the thief of joy. Right. Like wanting is not as good as having.
Yeah.
In these situations, and so they want for things, but when they receive them, it like corrupts.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas the things that they already had, which was like this close knit friend group who cared about each other, who cared about each other well, and even when they found their fourth, and initially before they started taking, right, they could do a little bit of magics and stuff. You could tell that they like by finding their fourth and being able to do some of these like smaller, lighter like spells and crafts and magical works, they sort of reached this like peak of joy.
Yeah.
Right? And they were like happy and everything was good for a little while. And then they, this is very much like how power corrupts and absolute power corrupts. Yeah. Absolutely. Right? Then they started realizing that, well, like if I have this power, I can have whatever that guy's name is. What's their dude's name? Manon. I could have Manon be like, fix these back scars, or like get my stepdad dead,
or like punish that racist girl who's
or be
bullying
like
me.
Be like fuck that racist girl. That one was less bad for what it's worth. Or I don't know, whatever Faruka Bulk's thing is. Be just like a stone cold bitch.
Well, hers was the stepdad.
Hers was the stepdad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. What was the main girl's thing?
Get the boy.
Oh,
who's
yeah.
Who's like a piece of shit.
Oh my god, he's such a bad person.
And like she was warned about him too.
Yeah. Well, and even without the warning, like it's so obvious that he's just like kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know? And like,
but she's just like, I can fix him, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, he's really cute, which, like, I don't know about that, man.
I mean, based on the other guys in the school that we saw, like, he is the cute one. Like, Skeet Ulrich was like...
he the cute one
out of all those guys? Like, the hot guy.
I guess he kind of was maybe the cutest one then.
Yeah.
Like, out of the guys that we see, maybe... I don't know, he's just such a piece of shit that I kind of, like...
Yeah.
Like, they all are for what it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, like, so you see how they, like, don't appreciate what they have and their gifts. And as such, it causes them to go too far to corrupt that which they already possessed. Right? Yeah. And then it gets to the point where, like, it comes back on them thing makes them all go through, like, a whole ass drama.
Yeah.
Right? Although... does the girl with scars get any retribution? It's mostly Faruka Bulk who gets retribution. Do they come back? I don't think they come back.
The scars don't come back. So Faruka Bulk is the one who gets like
because the girl
who gets her comeuppance.
Yeah, the girl with scars. Basically, they don't come back, so that shit just worked forever.
Yeah.
And the brown girl, who's really her only problem was that one racist girl was being racist. Obviously, what are they going to take back making that chick bald and scarring her permanently for life? Yeah. Not at all. So those two sort of get away with it.
Yeah, but the main girl.
But also, it's a little implied that like Faruka Bulk is the bad apple. She's the corruption, and the other girls were like,
which is too bad because Faruka Bulk is the like goth one.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're all other than like the main one with the wig is bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad, and I think the only reason and it may not be hold on
beforehand. If you're out there, I would like you to go into your kitchen. Don't pause. Go into your kitchen right now. I'm going to give you a few seconds and then pull out some tin foil. I need you to crumple this into a hat. I'm going to need you to apply this tin foil onto your head so that way the lasers or satellites or whatever people who think tinfoil hats do something think. So that way that doesn't invade your mind space because this is a conspiracy theory. That's a wig. She's got a wig
the whole time. The whole time I think it's
we never see her real hair. It's a wig all the way down.
3 times and all 3 times I was like, I feel like that's a wig.
It's either a like not good wig because it's not good, right? Or her like hair department and makeup department gently hate each other.
Okay,
and so hair was just like just like slapdash, we don't care powder.
So I think
and then makeup is just like we're gonna go right up to the edge and then cut that like a line because it does look like it's like almost a
like
blended,
one of those lace front wigs.
Yeah, like
but
glued
like not
down
a
lace
super
fronts.
nice one.
Yeah,
yeah, like. And it may not be a full wig. It may just be like a 3/4 where it's just like the front part of her hair. And the reason why conspiracy theory that I think this is a wig other than like the look of it is during the glamour scene, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to have blonde hair." And then she like moves her hand back across her hair and the hair changes color, but the style is exactly the same. And the only way that you could really do that is if your character is wearing a wig
like the
entire time.
I feel like you could do a wig good enough. Listen, I obviously can't do hair, right? But I feel like I've seen enough people who do hair, to say that like they could do that hair fine. That transition would be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a bad series of decisions, whether it's a bad series of wig-based decisions or a bad series of regular hair done terribly based decisions, right? I mean, or maybe it's just that they're like, we don't have the budget for a hair and makeup person. You do it at home. And so she was just doing that. She was just like 19-year-old. I have no clue how old any of these actresses are. But like 19-year-old doing her hair before she gets in the car to drive home or whatever. Yeah. To drive to work or whatever the heck. So like whatever about that. Either way, her hair is ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't handle how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like the whole I can't even really look at her face.
Not worse hair in the movie. Because that racist chick gets worse hair. Fuck her.
Yeah, she does.
Because that shit just falls right the hell out.
Fantastic.
Oh, such a great scene too.
Yeah.
Such a good scene.
So it's funny that you mentioned the like thing about like too much, like becoming ungrateful and stuff, because Manon, the name of the deity that they invoke in this, is not technically Manon isn't a thing, but Mammon is.
So Manon.
Not real.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mammon is real, and Mammon is considered a demon, but was like worshipped in like Babylonia and Assyria before the advent of Christianity. So like technically predates Christianity. And in the movie, at one point, Faruka Bulk says that Manon was before everything. like before God, before Jesus, and all that other sort of thing.
Okay.
So like that kind of tracks.
So, and Mabon is like real old.
Yeah, Mabon is real old.
Is he like Mesopotamian or whatever that is?
Like Assyrian and
like
Babylonian.
Assyrian and Babylonian? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So like goes back ancient, like sort of probably before the advent of Christianity, but Christianity turned Mabon into and not just Christianity, but like Abrahamic religions turned Mabon into a demon. And even before Mabon was a demon, Mabon was sort of associated with the same things, right? They didn't change the meaning of what Mabon is.
Sure.
So Mabon is the god or demon, depending on your preference, of like greed and reckless gain.
Yeah.
So like it really kind of makes sense as far as the context of the movie.
That they would be like, this ancient deity is gangster. He's gonna help us with our powers or whatever. And then he's like, bet. And then he helps with the powers, and then like a classic genie move. All right. Gives him the powers and is like, I'm gonna dip a little deep in this one. You know, I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra juice in this power.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be tasty and you're gonna get thirsty. And then they did, in fact, get thirsty. And like, bing bang boom.
And the two that got thirstiest were the main girl, Sarah, and Firuza Balk's character.
Yeah.
So they ended up having a little bit of monkey's paw action there.
Yeah.
Whereas the other two, a little bit more modest in what it is that they wanted.
Yeah.
In terms of like work for the deity to do.
Yeah.
And ended up not
well, and they
having
never
as much
really
of a
went
backlash.
through like bonus corruption stuff in the same way.
No, they didn't.
Right? Because it really feels like Firuza Balk kind of cranked it to 11.
Yeah.
And
well, she just kept wanting more and more, right?
Yeah.
So she wanted.
She was the easily corruptible one.
Yeah.
But also, before they had powers, a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, little unstable, a little bit of a bitch.
Little unstable, a little bit of a bitch. And you know what? That's okay. Honestly, about half of the interactions where she was being a little bit of a bitch, you're like, kind of get it, though. That guy kind of deserved it. He's an asshole. Or whatever the fuck, right? So, like, not even that big of a fucking deal or whatever. But, like, you could, like, she's clearly the, like, unstable one. That's deeply obvious. And then, obviously, the main girl, honestly, since we're talking about the main girl and her corruption specifically, like, I know that Firuza Balk was like, yo, maybe this guy have a heart attack. Dead. And then just like stole a bunch of money.
Yeah.
But not as bad as what the main girl did.
Yeah.
Right? Because his stepdad fucking for sure deserved it.
He did.
For
sure.
He for sure deserved it. And I don't feel bad that the stepdad died. At all.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Don't hit your wife. Don't hit your kids. Be an adult, brother. Right? So, honestly,
but like
maybe Mabon even did that shit for free.
The Skeet Ulrich thing,
just
that
getting,
was
just, oh my God. And it's not even like,
mind
listen,
control.
it's not even the like, it's not even the like gentle philosophical conversation. You know, the like top down 30,000 foot philosophical conversation we need to have about love magic TM in general. A thing that we do need to have regularly. Right? And
we have had.
And there are sort of like layers whereon sometimes you're doing it not so good. Sometimes it's not maybe so bad. Right? Depending on precisely what your mechanisms and intentions behind a like love spell TM are.
Yeah.
Right? But what she does is just full on taking control of a person's free will in the most heinous way possible.
Yeah.
Right? Absolute psychological torture.
Yeah. Like if you ever want an example of like why, like how love magic can be bad, this is a great example of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like the worst possible case scenario. It's a complete destruction of free will. It's complete mental manipulation. I mean, other than in full physicality of the sense, R-word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think that that's what they were going for when they wrote this, by the by. I think they just didn't think this through all the way, because at first he's like, nah, and then he's like, maybe a little bit, yeah.
Well,
then he starts, but we know that his initial was
before this he had been like not a great guy in terms of like romantic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like if he
he was
like,
a piece of shit.
Like he like talked shit about, like he like says that he had sex with a girl that he did not have sex with.
Yeah.
And not only did he lie about having sex with her, but also that it was bad. Not that she was good, but whatever. It's two lies there.
Yeah,
and
both
then
heinous.
we know that from Fairuza Balk that he's also unclean. So we know that he's doing unethical sexual contact.
Yeah.
And
we know that he first starts hitting on her
also an essay
to be like, yeah. Well,
in the movie.
He knows that he first starts hitting on her to like try and get her to do some stuff.
Yeah.
/ to sort of like just take advantage of her.
Yeah. So
right, just to be a piece of shit. So he's like a bad guy.
Yeah, so he's doing like bad guy stuff, and I think that the writers were probably like, how can we turn what he did, like how can we like flip that?
Yeah.
But in the same like realm, like he's bad from like a relationship in a sexual and a romantic sense.
Yeah.
So like how can we flip that? And they're like, obviously love magic, have her control him, right? Like that's...
Yeah, I don't know that it's necessarily a flip that thing. It feels like they're doing the like.
No, it totally is.
It feels like they're doing
because
the like.
Everybody's flipped.
How can she like take back?
No, everybody is flipped. Everybody gets a thing that flips their situation. The girl that has the racist bully. The racist bully is making fun of her hair.
Sure.
Racist bully.
No, I see what you're. I see what you're saying.
Campbell, like nobody looks at her because she's like covered up and has scars. She gets the scars removed, and now everybody thinks she's hot.
Yeah. Although you can't see the scars.
I know.
At school.
I know.
Listen, it's one of those things that doesn't matter to the plot.
Yeah.
But it's like upsetting to me.
But Fairuza Balk is poor and she has an abusive
stepdad.
And abused,
yeah.
So the stepdad dies, so reversal, no stepdad.
Yeah.
And then he leaves them money, which they live in California. This is not a lot of money that even at the time. Like,
yeah, it was like $100,000.
It was like $100,000. Like,
and they're like, we're gonna buy a fancy apartment in a high-rise building, and I'm like, that's dumb, but
yeah, I'm just like $100,000.
Why don't you invest in like a regular house, dog?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
or like maybe pay off all your bills or something.
Yeah,
like.
Just upgrade to a nicer mobile home.
The idea behind it, like everything is flipped.
Sure.
Right. So
yeah, I see what you're saying. It feels like they don't play it for nearly as fucked up as they should be playing it as.
Yeah.
Because it's like fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So the magic systems that they use in this movie are particularly interesting.
Yeah.
So...
I'm gonna grab my iPad because I still have a picture of that.
Oh, that's right.
Of that
you
spell
do.
on it.
So
let me grab that real quick.
So they talk about having like a fourth to call the quarters. Everything about the way that they are doing the magical system here is the most on point for magic in the 90s, as far as like books you could find and everything like that. So like the 90s is super hot right now, y'all. This is so 90s coded as far as magic. It's very Wiccan stuff. It's very like approaching like almost approaching like Avalonian, although it's not actually Avalonian.
Yeah.
But it's like also a little bit of ceremonial magic. So like pretty much any book that I could find, any resource at the time when this movie like first came out, like it was giving you stuff like this. Like you have the ethame, the dagger, you have this, and you call to the quarters and you do all that stuff. So I still do a lot of those pieces of that magic, which is interesting to me, but like everything is very like sort of Wiccan coded, so it has a lot of like sort of ceremonial magic and like Christian undertones.
Yeah,
to
it's real Wiccan with a splash of Christianity.
Yeah, it really is.
They're real like Gabriel, Archangel, help a motherfucker out.
Yeah, right. And I'm not saying that to hate on it, right? But like, this is what being a witch in the 90s was like. This movie, very specifically, only like there wasn't as much of the like, I was afraid they were gonna turn me into like a toad, or are you a devil worshiper thing. Both things that I have had people literally say to me when I was like a teenager in the 90s.
Obviously.
So
yeah.
So the magic system absolutely perfectly encapsulates what it looked like in the 90s.
Yeah.
And in fact, there is a book that they have that it has like an initiation.
There's an initiation ritual in this. And okay, so they show up like one clear frame of this book that we've spent a disrespectful amount of time trying to fucking pause this movie at the right moment so I could take a picture of it.
Because it's only on the screen for like a half a second.
Yeah, well, the book's on the screen for like half a second, but it's in a focal shift as the camera moves. So the camera's in focus lock, and then the camera pans in like a downward motion. Mm-hmm. So it goes from out of focus to like a moment of in focus to out of focus. And in fact, you can tell because right now most of the text
most of it isn't even
is in focus, but there's still this section that's out of focus that was in focus earlier.
Yeah,
right. So this is like, it was so hard to do,
and we don't know if this is a real book because you never see the cover. We only see this one page.
But we're just like, we have to know what this page says because they like punch zoom on it basically, right? But like they never address it or anything. So this is the initiation spell. The initiation rite is, what does it say? Performed at the vernal and autumnal equinox
which would be Mabon, the autumnal equinox.
As well as the winter and summer solstices. So you can do this 4 times a year. You can do this.
Yeah, so they were in school when this happened, and this would indicate that it is based on the time and like the season, and it being like Southern California, it would either be like
I think it was
summer
probably Mabon.
or it would be like autumn or spring.
Yeah.
But they have a bunch of butterflies come around them, and that would be during the vernal equinox time frame. So everything's very Mabon coded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so the ingredients list, right, is 1 tablespoon of Pipsissewa.
Sure.
Yeah, Pipsissewa, which we looked up and is like
a berry.
Like a berry of some sort.
Yeah.
All right, 2 tablespoons of rose powder, 1 tablespoon of violet powder, a half tablespoon of vanillin powder.
So just vanilla powder, okay.
VANILLAN.
Wild.
Vanillin powder, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And an 1/8 teaspoon of saltpeter. Although the kerning on this saltpeter is ridiculous. Crush Pipsissewa fine as possible. Add to rest of formula. Mix thoroughly. After sundown, during an hour of Venus. Light a little of the incense mix. Light a 7-power candle. Read Psalm 61 aloud. Bible stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Then tell the angels your heart's desire, or tell them what troubles you. It is said that if you repeat this spell every 7 days, the angels will come to your aid. You must permit the 7-power candle to burn out. Do not extinguish it yourself.
Yes, and Psalm 61 is, hear my cry, O God, listen to my prayer. From the ends of the earth I call to you. I call as my heart grows faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For you have been my refuge, a strong tower against the foe. I long to dwell in your tent forever and take refuge in the shelter of your wings. For you, God, have heard my vows. You have given me the heritage of those who fear your name. Increase the days of the king's life, his years for many generations. May he be enthroned in God's presence forever. Appoint your love and faithfulness to protect him. then I will ever sing in praise of your name and fulfill my vows day after day.
Which is also not the Bible verse that they use in the movie.
It is not.
Yeah. So we think that this is probably like a fake book.
For sure. Yeah.
Right? Like a studio book or whatever.
If this was a movie that came out now, we would say AI.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a thing then.
The bottom part is too blurry for me to read, but it says like pleurisy, RO something, something, something. So who knows?
It's probably, in my mind, this is like a book of a bunch of like witchcraft, like rituals and
just like
spells.
Generic Wiccan stuff.
Yeah.
Like, remember those books from the 90s were like so hot, dude.
Oh my gosh. I had so
like,
many of
those
them.
like generic AF.
I had
They're
so
just
many
like
of them.
they're like, you know, Idiot's Guide to Witchcraft sort of stuff. You know, like that. It's like that sort of energy.
They weren't like Idiot's Guide to Witchcraft.
You know?
They were like fully serious, coming from Llewellyn Publishing.
No. I don't mean Idiot's Guide because it's self-aware. I mean Idiot's Guide because, like, you know how Idiot's Guide is like a fucking 8 million foot look at.
Oh
whatever.
no, these
like,
were
like so many of the books that I read as like a child in the 90s, right? In the like, especially in the Wiccan space, were like very undetailed about, like, let's say the origin of a thing. You know, they would be like that rune book that I have is like, it's got like rune stuff in it, but it's also like very Wiccan coded. And like there's basically like a few, and it's like a teeny tiny book. There's like a few pages that are like, you know, these runes are like a Norse thing. And it's like Elder Futhark and stuff. And then just like fucking don't look at it.
Yeah.
There's like no mention of like the Odin sacrifice.
Yeah.
Or any of the stuff that like is like 2 sentences in this book. There's enough blank space. You could cram it in there. I guarantee. You know? So there's so much that like it always reminds me of like those Idiot's Guide to books where you're just like, oh, I want like answers to this computer problem I'm having. And then you get like the Idiot's Guide to like Excel or whatever, and you're like, wow. Yeah. Never fucking mind. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're all like very like, are you brand new to this? Here's like a splash.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mean like the like tongue-in-cheekness of Idiot's Guide.
A lot of those, they weren't like that they were like a 10,000 foot version. It was more like they really picked and chose like what they were being very specific about.
Yeah.
And they were really specific about like regents for spells, where it's like you have to have these 5 things and like at least 2 of them you've never heard of. You know, and like you had to, you know, it was like, where do you even get these things? You had to like try to figure out where you could get them. And a lot of that stuff was mail order.
Yeah.
And it was all very specific about like, you need to have this candle and you need to do it at this time of day.
Yeah.
Or at this phase of the moon.
Yeah, you just light your candle at 3:57 p.m.
These very specific
for
things.
For sure.
So they weren't like really, they were generalized about some things. And that was like any,
I mean
any
generalized
belief
into like
system
fine
that wasn't
details of the
like
system.
Christianity.
Yeah, sure.
And
I'm pretty generalized about Christianity too. I don't know what the fuck Psalm 61 had to do with that ritual, dog.
I don't either.
You know what I mean? Like that felt like wrong.
Yeah. But like this is like very on par for like witchcraft in the 90s. And I love that lady that has basically like the witchcraft.
The curio shop.
The curio shop.
Yeah.
But it's like clearly just like a fucking house.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she's got like a back room that's like, she's like, that's right. I'm glad that you decided you really are a witch. Come into the back room and let's do some crazy magic.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh man. Yeah.
Wild.
That's a high schooler, ma'am. No.
Yeah. Right? What are you even doing?
What are you even
doing?
doing?
See this girl's wig?
Yeah. Yeah. Ma'am, you're in a movie. Don't admit to a crime. Get out of here. Escape while you can.
But there's like a bunch of fun magic stuff in there too, like the glamour magic and light as a feather, stiff as a board.
The light as a feather, stiff as a board gets me every time because it was like such a thing.
It was such a thing.
It was such a thing. Do people still do that? Or if you're a youth, do you people still do that? You youths? I don't know, whatever. It was like a thing when I was like young, dude.
It was for sure.
It was like absolutely like it's such a like a sleepover party thing.
Yes, I was
know what
at
I mean?
sleepovers after this movie came out, and they were like,
I
"Let's
don't
try
know
and
that,
do
like
the thing."
it was after this movie, dog.
It
like,
was
I don't
definitely
know-
not before.
I don't know that this movie is what brought that to California.
It
dog.
is.
I don't know about that.
It.
I don't know
is.
about that. Somebody tell me, was that some shit that you did pre
96.
96? I was like 8 in 96, so
I was like 15, so
Well,
I remember.
grandmas.
I remember.
Yeah.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board, not a thing beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe this movie entirely made it up. How fucking fun would that
I
be?
think it did.
I don't think it did.
I think it did.
I think fake news on that, but we'll see.
No, I think that it made it
Comment
up for sure.
wherever you need to comment about that shit. About light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Yeah.
I feel like it was pre 96. So, but you know, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know.
lot of fun magical stuff here.
A lot of fun magical stuff.
Very like fall harvest season coded.
Yeah.
So like this book really hits it. There are some things that are like within the realm of magic making sense, and there are also many things that are not within the realm of magic making sense. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this
for
one definitely a classic. One of my faves.
Great wire tricks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a weird fight sequence at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird
absolute
fight
bangers.
But,
Also, I'm gonna tell you what, main girl maybe didn't learn anything from what happened, because when they were like, she probably for these two gals, the end. We're gonna talk about the end of this movie. The very last sequence, these two gals showed up and being like, "Yo, dog, we're good, right?" And she's just like, "Probably." Like,
Yeah.
I'm still cool. You know, like this sort of shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then the two guys are just like, okay, well, like, we're just checking in. So they're coming in here to make sure that this lady isn't going to stab him in the neck.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she's like, yeah, we're good, right? They turn around and then very loudly are like, pfft. So she's probably, like, not that, like, loudly just being, like, absolute bitches to this girl.
And then she, like, calls down the wind.
And then she drops a tree limb.
Yeah.
Very dangerously close to them. Nobody learned their lessons here.
Nobody learned their
The only
lessons
person who
in
learned
this
their lesson was Faruqa Balk.
Also, I don't think she actually learned her lesson because she was
dead.
crazy by the end. She didn't die.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, she crazy.
She was like in a asylum.
Yeah, so that's kind of learning your lesson,
she did
I
not
guess.
learn her lesson.
Yeah.
No one learned their lesson here.
Yeah. So I guess that's the lesson. Is don't learn. Keep on keeping on. Magic or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Mabon and the Craft. So for Samhain, we chose Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
What's Samhain?
So Samhain is the last of the harvest festivals. It is the place where the veil is thin. So this is a time of remembering ancestors, starting to do shadow work, and working with other spirits of the dead, as well as potentially the Fae.
Okay.
So that really like checks out with this movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie has a lot of different
things. So
associated
Trick or
with
Treat is presented as it is an anthology presenting regular movie. Okay? Because it presents as an anthology. It's got like 5 or 6 little stories.
Yes.
Right? Except it's one story. They just tell this shit out of order.
From different perspectives as well.
And from different perspectives and out of order, but still out of order.
Yeah.
Right? So, which is nice.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that it overall improves like scattered plot.
Yeah.
Not that the plot is like scattered because it's bad or something. I mean, like the way, like the things they wanted to tell result in a scattered plot. Yeah. And so like this, they do a good job with this, right? So the stories are basically like your standard, it's very Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
It's very what's the other one that's Tales from the Crypt like? The other Halloween anthology, like the spooky
VHS?
anthology. No, well, yeah, it's kind of VHS-y, but without all the like style of VHS.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they sort of tell all these stories in such a way where it's like, this guy's a murderer, and this this lady's secret werewolf or whatever the fuck, or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, and also all of the stories interconnect around the most adorable spirit of Halloween of all time.
Yeah.
This kid, I love this kid. He's the best. Little Pumpkinhead kid, great. We were just saying when we were watching the movie, I was like, we got to get one of these as like a statue.
Yeah.
You know, to add to our collection of yard statues.
Yes.
But like the movie has this undertone of like respecting tradition.
Yes.
It has this undertone of like
don't respecting the spirit of Halloween and the tradition.
Yeah, respect the traditions, respect the spirit thereof. But it's also very don't dishonor the dead. Not just like respect the traditions and like whatever, but like if you're gonna be like an asshole to the dead, you won't get it. If you're gonna be like an asshole to like these werewolf ladies, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like sort of payback, fuck around and find out energy.
Yeah.
In the story.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So trying to think about these in order. I think the first story is the vice principal murderer.
Yes.
So the first story is vice principal murderer.
So the kid in that story violates the pact of Halloween where he takes more than one candy.
Yes. And so as such, does he also fuck with pumpkins?
Maybe. But his main thing is
I guess actually technically the first part is the lady going out.
Oh yeah, technically the first part is the lady in the
blowing out
costume,
the candle in the pumpkin,
blowing out the candle in the pumpkin, and starting to take down decorations while there's still trick or treaters out.
Yeah, and for no good reason, dude. She's like, she's like, your mom's coming over, or my mom, whoever's mom. Some mother is coming over, and she's gonna be real sassy with all of these decorations up, like it's the next fucking day.
Yeah.
Tell your mom to shut up.
Yeah. Also, the husband says, "Don't blow out the candle in the pumpkin." Superstition.
Yeah.
So she takes down the decorations.
She blows out the candle, and then she starts trying to take down the decorations.
Yes.
She get got.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's principal. This kid breaks the covenant of taking more than one piece of candy, and so the principal gives him poison chocolate.
Yeah, it's poison.
Yeah, poison chocolate. But that shit barely works because he's a fat kid. So then he's got to bash his head in with a shovel.
Yeah. Well, it's hilarity.
It is so
really the lesson
funny.
here is don't take the candy.
Yeah, the lesson's don't take a candy.
Yeah.
Exactly what happens is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
His annoying son is the best part.
His annoying son is really annoying.
He's like, Dad! Wah! And Dad's like, shh, dog? Shush.
Yeah.
I'm trying to commit a crime down here. Shush.
Yeah.
With that shit. And the kid's like, so I should probably be quiet? And you're like, oh my God. Homie, I get it.
Yeah.
You're going through it.
Yeah.
So, but he also interacts with his neighbor in this point.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that story is the kids going to the quarry.
Yes.
And so they respectfully ask to borrow jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins.
Yeah.
But their mistake is disrespecting the dead.
Yes.
Right? So they disrespect the dead.
Also, they bring the pumpkins as an offering to the spirits, and like the spirits show up. Like you bring an offering, you got to expect something to show up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
and they're disrespect. They're like, haha, we brought these for you, but also you guys suck.
They're also being mean to that.
And they're being mean to that sweet girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's like the best character. The little girl who's like, actually, Samhain. And I'm just like, yeah, you lecture these kids. You're the best.
Yeah.
So they do disrespect the dead, and then they get all murdered and whatnot. Yeah. But they also set up the story about a bus driver who takes money from the townsfolk to like
drive some kids
off a cliff into the quarry.
Yeah.
Right? Or whatever. So then after that story is werewolf girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say werewolf teens, but like it's clear they're all adults because they're buying alcohol.
Yeah, they're definitely adults.
Yeah. And so that's like 3 or 4 gals dressed in costumes. One of them is dressed like
Little Red Riding
Hood, which is fucking hilarious. The main one, yeah.
Yeah.
And because she's like the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever. And so they like pick up dudes who are being like jackasses.
Yep.
To sacrifice them as werewolves.
Including the principal who murders the kid from earlier.
Right. And it's because he is he the principal vampire?
No, he's just like a serial killer. He like wants to think he's a vampire.
No. Is the principal the vampire who makes out with the chick?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like not important to the through plot of the thing, but you see there's like an in-between scene where this dude is dressed like a vampire and he's like making out with a chick in an alleyway and then like bites her real hard and like she like bleeds out. Or no, she gets she's bleeding, but she runs into the street.
Yeah.
And gets helped by somebody. But then
no, she does not.
Doesn't she? I thought she runs out and is like asking for help,
but nobody helps her.
Oh, because they think it's all a costume.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
And then he catches up with her and then kills her.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, that's right. That's what happens. Yeah. I was in tiny land, so I wasn't paying attention. For that one sequence. Even though we've seen this movie like a bajillion times. But so, okay.
Yeah.
So he does like a second murder, this guy.
Yeah. So obviously murder bad, but he's also like breaking the Halloween party covenant.
Yeah, he's breaking the covenant of like be cool at parties.
Yeah.
You know? Like, don't kill that fat kid. That's its own thing. Don't be an asshole to your son. That's its own thing. Right? But also, like, he goes out there and picks this chick up and then it's like, just like a jackass.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a jackass at a party, brother.
Yeah, so then he gets et.
So he gets et. As well as, like, the other various dudes these chicks run into. Because they're werewolves. Also, fucking banger werewolf transformation sequence.
Probably the best looking werewolves. Like,
full stop,
in this kind of a thing.
The full stop. I mean, like, maybe, I'm trying to think, like, maybe, like, American Werewolf in London is better.
Or that one werewolf movie with Benicio del Toro and every famous actor.
Oh, yeah. Where his dad is like,
his dad's also a werewolf.
Yeah. Yeah, it is basically as good as that, which is like kind of a fucking statement because that movie is like wildly good.
And this was just a short.
Yeah, this is like the werewolf transformation sequence and like reveal murder is like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
In this like short 84-minute movie.
Yeah.
You know? So like it's wild that it's so good, but like good for them. And then after that we get the second half. Oh no. Then we get the old dude, the neighbor. Yeah. And like he's like and basically
he's getting beat up by the spirit of
well, he's basically Ebenezer Scrooge, right?
Yeah.
He's like bah humbug, but Halloween edition. Yeah. Orange bah humbug. Pumpkins and spooky stuff are terrible. You're all shit.
Yeah.
Or
so
whatever.
His crime is being the Ebenezer of Halloween. And he's
not respecting any of the traditions.
Yeah, he gets rocked.
Yeah, but not murdered yet.
Rocked.
But not murdered yet.
By our little guy, Spirit of Halloween.
Our Spirit of Halloween kicks the shit out of him. And listen, he gets some licks in for like an old
Also,
dude.
Spirit of Halloween bringing big fae vibes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, big fae vibes.
Yeah, he's not like a demon or a ghost. That guy's just like a weird, spooky Halloween fae.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Also, just a great use of sound design in this sequence. Because the old dude has like a lung thing. Mm-hmm. So he's sort of like Darth Vader breathing. And it's so good.
Yeah.
To like have these scenes that are like almost entirely silent with very little motion in them. And him just like over here, you know.
And then you hear like the pitter patter.
And then the pitter patter of little feetsies. Yeah. Oh, so good. So then after he gets the shit kicked out of him,
Yeah.
right? Then you have the second half of the couple sequence.
Yes.
Where the husband finally comes downstairs. Also, okay,
to like find the wife's body.
We got to talk about this. His wife was like, yo, Halloween's done. My mom's coming over tomorrow. We'll blow out this jack-o'-lantern, clean up all these fucking decorations and stuff. And his response was, you shouldn't do that. Bad luck. You do you, girl. And then goes upstairs and puts on pornography?
Okay, no. It's not quite that. He's like, you shouldn't do that. That's bad luck. Maybe we should fool around. And she was like, my mom's going to freak out if she sees these decorations. Uh-huh. So, like, I have to take these down tonight. And he's kind of like, boo. And she's like, okay, you could put on the movie. And he goes up and puts on pornography. So basically she didn't want to be freaky deaky. So she gave him permission
to put on the
porno.
Oh, very weird still.
It's
still deeply weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. It's so weird, man, when she's downstairs, like in the front yard, like trying to yank out ghosts off a stake or whatever the fuck, in the front yard, and he's upstairs, and it just like slam cuts to like softcore pornography.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, what the fuck? So he goes down, see, like, yeah, what's going on? I thought we were gonna, and then like, she dead.
Yeah.
Spooky stuff, whatever about that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it cuts back to the old guy.
Yeah. And he's seeing trick-or-treaters.
He has trick-or-treaters coming to the door, and he's all wrapped up like he had his teeth, he has a toothache in an old cartoon.
Yeah.
I cannot unsee that he looks like Donald Duck had a toothache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just got the like bandage like this, like around his head, like, like whatever, like circling his face, style, and the kids are like, yeah, trick or treat, and he like does that, and then like the next kids in line are like, ugh. But it's because they're the ghosts, from the quarry
that
because
he killed
come to find
years
out
before.
He was the bus driver.
Yeah, so he as the bus driver, and because they talk about this in the previous short.
Yeah.
As the bus driver on Halloween, he drive the kids that the parents paid him to kill, like special needs children.
Yeah.
Their parents paid the bus driver to kill them. He drives them into the quarry, and that happens on Halloween while they're in costume. Yeah. So not only does he murder
and disrespects the covenant of Halloween.
But disrespects the covenant of Halloween, which is you're in a costume, be cool.
Yeah.
Be cool, be cool, be cool. So he gets his comeuppance.
Yeah. And so they just murk this guy.
Yeah. So what we learned from this movie is that you have to respect the traditions of Halloween and Samhain in the season. Otherwise, it's going to come back and it's going to bite you. Yeah.
Precisely. And it's also very Samhain and Halloween coded in like a not fully serious way.
Yeah, like this feels to me like it could exist in the same universe as the Halloween Town movies.
Yeah, like almost. It's almost like
or the Goosebumps movies.
Yeah, it's almost like adult Halloween or adult Goosebumps. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
like the Halloween of the world is really fleshed out, and I super love that. They spend a lot of time making everything very, very Halloween. And it's really quite nostalgic in that way, because I remember like Halloween as a kid felt a lot like this, whereas Halloween as an adult now doesn't really feel like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's really nice because you get this like really ultra Halloween vibe to it, and then you get these like fun little stories. This is we actually
watched... every house is so heavily decorated, and they have like a Halloween parade carnival downtown.
Yeah,
and it's just it's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, and we watched a thing about this movie, like, yesterday or a couple of days ago, and a lot of anthology things have, like, different directors for each short, but this one is the same director for all of the pieces, which makes it feel really cohesive.
Well, again, it's not really an anthology.
Yeah.
I know that it feels like an anthology.
It's just a story that's told Tarantino. It's a George R.R. Martin story told Tarantino style.
Tarantinally, if you will.
No, I will not.
Yeah, Tarantinally.
No, I will not.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. No.
George R. Martin's Tarantinally.
No.
He's got to hold the R on Georgia. Georgia
No.
Martin's
No.
Tarantino.
So, yeah, I think it's a really fun movie. There's not a whole lot in terms of like magic in there, but I think that it has.
I mean, you literally see
of...
like 12 ladies turn into werewolves.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's like about as magical as you can possibly get.
But you have a lot of like magical stuff in there.
Yeah. For sure.
You know, like the ghosts and the ladies and the spirit of Halloween. So you have a lot of those pieces. So this is a really fun movie for like Samhain and for Halloween. And this is probably like, for me, this is the movie that most encapsulates Halloween.
Yeah. For sure.
Like no movie is more Halloween to me.
It's not more Halloween coded than this.
No movie is more Halloween to me than this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Like, you know, like I can't think of anything more Halloween coded than this movie.
Yeah.
Right? And like, not only does it take place on Halloween and it's Halloween coded, but like it's also a horror movie that respects like a lot of the like that's built around the structures of Halloween.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I can't think of anything better. If you have a Mabon or Halloween movie of your like particular, like you're like, these ones encapsulate the season for me, like let us know.
Yeah.
Comment below. What's your
quintessential Halloween
What's
movie?
your quintessential Halloween movie? Like, what's your Halloween, every Halloween movie or whatever?
Yeah, we have a lot of every Halloween movies.
We do, but that's also because we're like big horror people.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got The Void, we've got Event Horizon, we've got Color Out of Space,
we've got the original Halloween.
The original Halloween.
We've got Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We've got Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
We've got
honestly Nightmare on Elm Street. The original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
is a fucking banger.
I don't
movie.
think I've seen that one actually this season.
I actually have.
Weird.
Yeah.
We watched 13 Ghosts like
27 times.
So many. It was
on TV a bunch. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
So we watched it like a ton of
We haven't seen As Above, So Below yet.
No.
But we need to
so
watch
we're
that.
probably going to be extending our Halloween time season until we feel that we've been appropriately spooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've seen a few good ones. We're going to do a separate video talking about like our Halloween season movies and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. That probably won't come out as a podcast. That'll be just on the YouTube channel. But we're definitely going to do that.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. For sure. We're going to do that. But, yeah, that's Trick or Treat and The Craft. That's Mabon and Samhain. And honestly, like, The Craft kind of almost works for both.
It totally does. Yeah.
Right?
It totally does.
So, and I could make the argument that Trick or Treat would work for both also either. So, like, whatever's whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that looking at this as like the the beginning of the year or end of the year, whatever, end of the year, it's almost New Year time, sort of a thing, like sort of wrapping up the season with sort of like appreciate the gifts, the things that you have, appreciate your haves, and like respect the energy of the season is exactly what we need right now.
Yeah.
Right? Is like appreciate what you have and like respect the traditions of things. This is infinitely more true in a time when so many people are not respecting their haves and traditions are being paper shredded in front of us every single day.
Or perverted.
So, yay for that.
Yeah.
The troubles do be troubling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't got anything else to say about these movies.
I don't either. I
Sweet.
love them very much.
So what are your seasonally appropriate movies? And comment below with that sort of stuff. Like this video if you're on YouTube, or do whatever your thing is on the other stuff. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. We've got more stuff coming out. We've got plans.
We're gonna do some research. By we, I mean me.
Yeah, that's true. She does research. I don't know how
soon,
to
so we're gonna have some
research.
research episodes coming up. I don't know what. Let us know what you want
and
to hear.
some pub chats. We had like a few real interesting conversation topics come up of late for pub chats. So we're gonna be. I think we're probably gonna be hitting the ground a little heavy on this one and getting back into it with a gusto. But yeah, either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Julie Norgrove. This has been the Horn
and Cauldron
podcast, and we will catch you guys next time for more mystical, magical mayhem.
Yeah.